Let's get back, cracked and lack. What's crack lacking, everybody? Another edition of Between the Ribs, and I want to tell you a story. Once upon a time, Heather,
All right.
and the world, you could have had yourself a little Saturday morning stocking up at Costco's, using your sister's membership, by the way.
How did you know?
Oh, I know. I'm reading your life story. And then hitting up a museum with your free, hitting up a museum free of mission, of course, with your 15-year-old expired student ID card from college.
I tried that.
Really? Or how about this? After the museum, you settle into a TV binge. You introduced me to Netflix and chill, streaming on your college roommate's ex-boyfriend's old Netflix login account.
I think they're cracking down on that now.
That you said earlier, he may not even know that his ex-girlfriend still has that login.
Right?
Right? That's the terms of the settlement. When they broke up, she got to keep it. So do you call that stealing, mooching, exploiting a loophole in the system?
It is stealing.
Downright stealing. There's no bones about it.
It is absolutely stealing because you did not pay for it and you're receiving a service that is not yours.
I agree with you. What do you think about the people who say, but I'm exploiting a loophole because I have been forced to participate in a cultural community that I used to get for free? Meaning you used to get TV for free. You know, on certain days there was a movie night, and they weren't great movies. I mean, this was old-fashioned television, you know?
Like the ABC Disney movies
or Fox
on Sunday nights.
Yeah, whatever. So now we've built ourselves into this system of memberships and cataloging and streaming, all because of convenience, of course. Mm-hmm. I wrote down the high price of convenience. We are allowing them to create, and I'll explain this statement after I say it. We are allowing them to create a funnel and to funnel us into a system that one day will either lock us in, keep us out, a containment, restriction, and ultimately slavery. Did I go too far, too fast?
Yeah, probably. It's just TV. It wasn't that serious.
But think about the entire system, and this is where it gets scary, okay? Thanks to the fine-tuning of tech that corporate America is now using to police their subscriptions, your freeloading days are over. Costco and Disney now have taken a book out of Netflix's playlist, and they are enacting tech to where when you go to Costco's now, before you walk in the door, the person there has to look at you and scan your ID and see your face that matches the membership.
So having a membership card no longer matters. You have to scan your ID along with it?
No, the membership is your ID at Costco's.
Okay, yes.
So, you know, in the old days...
They've always done that, though. They've always looked at it.
But they've never scrutinized, be like, is this you in the picture? So, like, you know, now my kids went to Aquatica the other day, and you can't share a pass at Aquatica.
No.
You can get a guest pass, but if your thumbprint was the thumbprint used on the first day that annual pass ticket was applied, that thumbprint is the only thumbprint that goes with that pass.
That's smart.
And I don't blame them because
I don't either. That's expensive.
One person, one pass, that's the way it works. No cheating, no lying, no stealing on any level. My grandpa used to say a thief is a thief is a thief. If somebody will steal $1,000, they'll steal a nickel.
Yeah.
A thief is a thief. And it don't matter what you're stealing. In the Bible, the good book, you know, when God talks about stealing, he doesn't say, well, there's a certain sentence for people who steal this much money and another sentence for people who steal this much money. And, you know, now society, we have grand theft, we have misdemeanor, we have petty theft, we have all the different levels of theft. So we rationalize, it was just a candy bar, it was just a nickel, it was just a pass to Netflix or to the water park. But in reality, it's stealing.
Right, it
right?
is.
And this stealing affects the bottom line for these companies, and it ultimately affects why prices go up and the cost of living goes up and inflation and everything. And I'm not blaming inflation on this. Please don't misquote me. But we actively play a part in the society we live in. Mm-hmm. And if we're going to steal from these companies, we can't be mad at them when they raise their prices to offset the loss of revenue.
True.
Just the way it is. But this is where it gets scary, okay? Where did I see that at? I want to find this because this is very important. All right, Disney Plus now. You cannot steal or have a fake password. Disney Plus now has the tech that has facial recognition. And when you log into your Disney Plus, you have to have a Disney Plus login code. Right here it is. It is attached to your IP address and can read your face and it must match the household description of the IP address.
But there's 5 faces, maybe even 9 if you count the pets in my family. So if we
Right.
go to use it, is it going to ask us? It doesn't ask us every time.
I don't know. So Amy got me Netflix during my knee surgery, and she also got me something else, maybe Prime. So
Hulu.
I don't know. I think it was Netflix and Prime, so I could watch some movies and hang out. I like old mob movies, gangster movies, Western movies. So Amy got me these things so I can go to it. So when I go to the Netflix button, it has a list of who's watching, and it says Amy, Aurora, Julian, all the different people in our family. And I normally just click on Amy's name, and it doesn't ask me for a passcode or to validate or to verify.
Right.
I just click on it, and then it opens up things Amy's watched or things Amy may like, and then I put in whatever movie I'm searching for, and I watch the movie. But I've never had to log into Disney Prime or Disney Plus.
It's Disney Plus, Amazon
It's Disney,
Prime.
Amazon Prime, Disney Plus.
Right.
All right, so I've never had to log in, but apparently starting in 2024, I don't know if they've already rolled it out, if it's going to be later in the fall, their new Disney Plus login will require an associated household verification that tracks your IP address and has facial recognition to make sure that it is you in your house
I don't
with
want
your passcode.
I don't want the facial recognition. I don't want them looking in my house. I mean, they can scan your face. They can
Yeah.
scan other things in your house. I don't want them in my living room.
Again,
What if I
no, go for it. Again,
What if I just got out of the shower? I don't need Disney in my room.
but again, the systems that we are allowing to be created, and I understand Disney will say, well, if nobody was stealing, we wouldn't have had to create this system. But are they just looking for reasons to big brother us and further look in on us and attach things to us? So, like, for instance, we talked a couple months ago about the facial recognition systems in China. They're on the cameras, they're on the light poles, they're out in public places, and they have these 15-minute communities. And if you get caught jaywalking or littering or committing some type of crime, you never get a ticket and go before a judge. You get mailed a citation, and once you've got so many citations, your current credit score of your community gets to a level to where you cannot get a bus ticket to leave your neighborhood. You cannot go outside of your grocery store, and they restrict you based on your community standards. We did this story, I think, like 2 months ago, and how don't be fooled. It's coming to America eventually, if it's not already here. Don't be fooled. It's already here. They just aren't enforcing it yet because for now we're still a free society. But be careful, because we have somebody running for the White House who has quoted being said they think they've got the Constitution. And I don't have the exact quote from Kamala Harris, but I think you sent me that we're going to talk about that next week, where she made a statement saying once Joe gets in and gives him the death blow, I'm going to come in and close the door behind it on all these constitutional rights that they think they have, like, absolute freedom of speech, absolute freedom to bear arms. They're trying to find ways to manipulate this. And all it takes, this is the sad part, and I know I may be going really deep and way off the end over streaming and subscription networks, but I opted out of, what's it called, the health portal.
Okay.
So my orthopedic doesn't do it. He's an old country doctor. But my other doctors, every time I go, they're like, hey, sign up for the portal, sign up for the portal. I was like, I'm not signing up for a portal. And they're like, no, it's great.
Jonathan can't open email. We're not doing a portal for his health.
But think about this, though. They want you to sign up for the portal because of the illusion of convenience. God forbid there's an emergency and you're in an ambulance. All the doctor, the guy in the ambulance has to do is pull up your social security number, and he knows everything about you, all your history. He can save your life faster. Okay, that sounds great, but who else are you sharing all my information with? Some of it I may not want shared. Some of it I just don't want shared.
Do you remember, like, back in the 80s, we were told, don't share your social security number. Don't share that. Don't share that.
Right.
And now we're like, here's all of my medical records.
Yes.
Here's all of my numbers.
Yes.
Don't abuse it.
Right, and we trust them. So again, we, in the name of convenience, and I'm not knocking it here lately. We've had some Amazon stuff showing up at the front door, and it's super nice. I have to say, I'm sorry. I feel like I've sold out my people, but it's really nice. Like when I needed my my stretcher bands and my different things for therapy, instead of running down to a health place or a medical store, you just go on Amazon and click.
Yeah.
It's there in like 19 minutes. I don't even know how they get it there that fast. I ordered a band at literally, well, maybe 3 hours. I ordered a band at 9 o'clock one night.
Did you pay the extra $3 to get it
No,
there?
it was like $12. And then it had an option, can be delivered as soon as 11 p.m. tonight. And we were like, what? So I told him to click on it. I just got to see if this is true. And sure enough, at 11 o'clock, Brody barks, and there's a guy dropping off $12 worth of stuff. How they made money, I don't know. Because how can you send a guy up to Lake Mary for $12 worth of stuff to somebody's front door? But they did it. But again, the convenience that we're boxing ourselves in voluntarily. We are helping them create the systems through our money, through our revenue. You know, yeah, someday is this going to come back and bite us in the butt? You were telling me you got a story about a lawsuit about a guy that locked himself into not being able to take care of his wife because of a subscription.
Yeah. Okay. So this has been on the news this week, especially here in Central Florida, where a guy and his wife, I think this happened back in like February. I could be wrong on the dates. They went to Disney. They went out to dinner. She had severe peanut and dairy allergies. He told the waiter, they double checked with the cooking staff. They did everything they were supposed to do as somebody with allergies.
Right.
Except that after dinner, they split up and went two different ways. And wherever it was she went, she collapsed and died because of these allergies.
Oh, my gosh.
Disney did not rush her off the property.
She died on Disney property.
That's my understanding.
Normally, they never declare anybody dead at Disney.
Never,
it's against
never.
the rules.
Right. Nope. Can't. Nobody.
Oh, wow.
So now they've got a $50,000 lawsuit against Disney because she was technically like poisoned or whatnot. They did everything they were supposed to do to try to protect her.
Right.
And something happened and she was still allergic.
But real quick, just to backtrack, they both talked to the waitress at the restaurant.
They did.
Advised her of her allergen. The waiter or waitress advised the cook, and somehow there was a negligence there, and something that had peanut cross-contamination got into her food. You know, Jesse James in our shop, he can't eat at Chick-fil-A. He can't be anywhere that there's peanuts. So like when we boil peanuts at the shop, no, we have to do it outside. We can't even boil them in the building with him. We have to do it outside because, you know, he's that allergic to peanuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's serious. Well, Disney says that because they want to dismiss the $50,000 lawsuit because the plaintiff signed up for Disney Plus. And apparently, we should all be reading those terms of service instead of just clicking I agree, because in that terms of service, Disney lawyers have argued that the site says that any dispute of any kind must be settled out of court.
Wow. So if you have a Disney subscription membership to their Disney Plus, no matter what happens, no matter what Disney does, you can't sue them in court? That's genius by Disney's part.
I mean, they should start attaching those tags to every toy they sell.
Wow.
They'd never get sued again.
That's insane.
If your child eats these tiny pieces, you cannot sue us. Oh, okay.
And you never, like, I didn't sign up for the Disney Plus, so of course I didn't read anything, and I'm sure my wife didn't read it any. So because we have Disney Plus, if I go down to Disney's theme park tomorrow and a roller coaster falls on me, I've got to settle outside of court.
SOL.
God, and I just want to back up real quick, though. $50,000 for your wife's death? That's low,
I mean,
right?
it's low. Disney really should just cough up the money and hand it to him and be like, let's just get this out of the way.
Did the guy not love his wife? Like, hey, my wife died. Give me $50,000, I'll go away. That's a ridiculous number. I can't replace my wife for $50,000.
No.
How much is a Russian bride? Can you Google that for me?
No, I can't.
I don't think you can replace your wife for $50,000, can you? No. Oh, sweet Jesus. Another, it doesn't, I wish I could make this up, and I wish we didn't live in a movie, but another political stunt attacking Donald Trump. It's just disgusting. You can't make this stuff up.